Well, as well as being destroyed in times of conflict, antiquities are also often sold and trafficked. Well, I'm joined now by Sam Hardy from Sussex in the UK. He's a researcher of antiquities in conflict zones. Thank you very much for your time. Before we start, first things first, can you just tell us how bad the problem of trafficking antiquities was in Syria before the war, and has the conflict made it worse?
There was an increasing trend across the region before the conflict, but especially now with the crisis. Um, and obviously the conflict is the worst of the worst in terms of situations for uh, causing trafficking and making it difficult to police.
You talk about how difficult it is to police, and I imagine in a conflict zone it's even more difficult. What methods are used here to smuggle antiquities out of the country? And there must be a demand on the black market for them. What exactly is the process?
Well, absolutely. The only reason any of this is looted is because people are willing to buy it and do buy it. You know, there are some sites where there are thousands of holes, and people aren't spending all of that time and money and effort to dig those holes if they can't get any money out of it. So clearly, people are buying it, whether they are within the region or in the major market countries. Money is going in to pay for this activity. Unfortunately, it is easier than we would like for this stuff to leave cross borders and to make it out. The same way that so many other commodities can be smuggled.
Well, why?
Whether
Sorry. Why is it easier than we would like? Then what needs to be done to try and make it more difficult for the smugglers and the traffickers?
At a certain level, it's simply impossible to catch everything when it's being trafficked. So much gets transported by sea that it's impossible to check every container. So you would never realistically be able to catch everything in transit. That's why the focus needs to be on the market end to cut off the money going in, to cut off the funding for the activity, because you'll always find places where people are desperate enough to dig stuff up, or where people are willing to do it because of the profit they can make. The only way you can really fundamentally stop it is by stopping it at the source of the money, which is the market.
Okay, Sam, thank you very much for your time this afternoon here on TRT World.